Welcome to our channel. A garden should be a feast for all the senses. Engage your sense of smell with fragrant flowers. Discover fragrant perennials for cold climates. These plants are memories in bud. Their perfume lingers in the breeze. Step into a fragrant cloud of your own making. Ah, lavender. Just the word evokes a sense of calm, doesn't it? This hardy perennial is a staple in gardens all over the world. Its purple blooms are a sight to behold, and the fragrance, a gentle breeze rippling through lavender, carries its calming aroma. There are many varieties, each with a unique fragrance profile. Choose a sunny spot with well-drained soil for planting. Prune after flowering to encourage bushy growth. If there's one flower that can claim the title of Queen of Fragrance, it's the peony. These opulent blooms are a feast for the senses. Peonies are surprisingly cold-hardy. They prefer a sunny location with well-drained soil. Be patient. Peonies can take a year or two to establish, but will reward you with decades of blooms. Lily of the Valley, with its delicate, bell-shaped flowers and sweet fragrance, is a true harbinger of spring. Thrives in shady spots and prefers moist, well-drained soil. Consider its spreading nature when planting. Spreads via underground rhizomes. Toxic if ingested. Admire from a distance. The intoxicating fragrance of gardenia is often associated with warm summer evenings in the American South. But did you know that with a little care and attention, you can grow these beauties even in colder climates? Gardenias prefer a slightly acidic soil that is rich in organic matter. They also need a good amount of moisture, especially during the hot summer months. While they can tolerate some shade, gardenias will produce more blooms if they receive at least 6 hours of sunlight each day. To protect your gardenia from harsh winter winds, plant it in a sheltered location, perhaps near a south-facing wall that can provide some warmth. Hyacinths are a true delight, their tightly packed blooms bursting forth in a riot of color and fragrance in early spring. These bulbs are incredibly easy to grow and offer a spectacular sensory experience. Plant your hyacinth bulbs in the fall, choosing a spot with well-drained soil and plenty of sunlight. They prefer a slightly acidic soil, so amending the soil with compost or peat moss can be beneficial. Once planted, water them well and then leave them be. Hyacinths are relatively low maintenance and will reward you with their vibrant blooms year after year. For an extra special treat, plant a variety of hyacinths with different colored and scented blooms. The combined fragrance is simply divine. Sweet alyssum is a delightful little plant that packs a big punch when it comes to fragrance. Its tiny, delicate flowers bloom in profusion, creating a carpet of color and scent that is simply irresistible. This low-growing annual prefers cool weather and thrives in full sun to partial shade. It's incredibly versatile and can be grown in beds, borders, containers, and even hanging baskets. Sweet alyssum is a fantastic companion plant for taller, more upright species. Plant it alongside roses, lavender, or even vegetables like tomatoes and peppers. Deadhead spent blooms regularly to encourage continuous flowering throughout the season. Dianthus, also known as pinks, are a charming addition to any garden. Their fringed petals and spicy clove-like fragrance evoke a sense of nostalgia and romance. These hardy perennials come in a variety of colors, from soft pinks and whites to vibrant reds and purples. They prefer full sun to partial shade and well-drained soil. I remember planting dianthus in my grandmother's garden when I was a boy. She had a whole border dedicated to them, and the air would be thick with their spicy fragrance on warm summer evenings. To keep your dianthus plants healthy and blooming, deadhead spent flowers regularly and divide the clumps every few years to maintain their vigor. Heliotrope, with its clusters of deep purple flowers and intoxicating vanilla cherry fragrance, was a favorite of Victorian gardeners. This tender perennial adds a touch of old-world charm to any garden. Heliotrope thrives in full sun to partial shade and prefers moist, well-drained soil. It's important to note that heliotrope is toxic if ingested, so it's best to admire its beauty from a distance. One thing to watch out for is powdery mildew, which can be a problem for heliotrope, especially in humid conditions. Ensure good air circulation around the plant and avoid overhead watering to prevent this issue. With its unique fragrance and stunning blooms, heliotrope is a wonderful addition to any fragrant garden. Phlox, with its large clusters of colourful, fragrant flowers, is a favourite among pollinators. These hardy perennials come in a variety of heights, from low-growing ground covers to tall, upright varieties. Phlox prefers full sun to partial shade and moist, well-drained soil. They are relatively low maintenance and will reward you with an abundance of blooms throughout the summer months. Propagating phlox is relatively easy. You can divide established clumps in the spring or take stem cuttings in the summer to create new plants. For a stunning display, plant different varieties of phlox together. Their combined fragrance and vibrant colors will create a focal point in your garden. Mock orange is a deciduous shrub that more than lives up to its name. In late spring and early summer, it produces masses of white flowers that release a powerful, citrusy fragrance that can fill an entire garden. This hardy shrub prefers full sun to partial shade and well-drained soil. It's relatively low maintenance and can tolerate a wide range of conditions. Mock orange is widely available in nurseries and garden centers, making it an easy addition to any garden. For the best fragrance display, plant your mock orange near a patio or walkway where you can enjoy its intoxicating scent. Bee balm, with its spiky, brightly colored flowers, is a magnet for bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds. This hardy perennial adds a touch of wildness and vibrancy to any garden. Bee balm prefers full sun to partial shade and moist, well-drained soil. It's relatively low maintenance and can tolerate a wide range of conditions. Planting bee balm in your garden is a wonderful way to support local wildlife. The nectar-rich flowers provide a valuable food source for pollinators. Deadhead spent blooms regularly to encourage continuous flowering and prevent the plant from self-seeding too aggressively. Jasmine, with its intoxicatingly sweet fragrance, is often associated with romance and sensuality. This vining plant can be grown as a shrub or trained to climb trellises and arbors. Jasmine prefers full sun to partial shade and well-drained soil. It's important to provide support for the vines to climb as they grow. In many cultures, jasmine is considered a symbol of love, purity, and beauty. Its fragrance is often used in perfumes and aromatherapy. To enjoy the fragrance of jasmine indoors, cut a few stems and place them in a vase of water. The scent will fill your home with its intoxicating aroma. Sweet pea, with its delicate, ruffled blooms and sweet, heady fragrance, is a true delight in the garden. This climbing annual adds a touch of whimsy and romance to any setting. Sweet pea prefers full sun to partial shade and well-drained soil. It's important to provide support for the vines to climb as they grow. To enhance the fragrance of your sweet peas, plant them near a patio or walkway where you can enjoy their scent as you pass by. Regularly picking the flowers will encourage more blooms and prolong the flowering season. Honeysuckle, with its sweetly scented, trumpet-shaped flowers, evokes a sense of nostalgia and childhood memories. This vigorous vine can quickly cover fences, walls, and arbors. Honeysuckle prefers full sun to partial shade and well-drained soil. It's relatively low maintenance and can tolerate a wide range of conditions. Some varieties of honeysuckle are incredibly long-lived and can thrive for decades with minimal care. To keep your honeysuckle in check, prune it regularly to control its growth and prevent it from becoming too invasive. No garden is complete without the timeless beauty and fragrance of roses. These beloved flowers come in a vast array of colors, shapes, and fragrances. Roses prefer full sun and well-drained soil. They benefit from regular feeding and watering, especially during the growing season. Beyond their beauty and fragrance, roses offer a range of benefits for the garden. They attract pollinators, provide habitat for beneficial insects, and can even be used to create hedges and privacy screens. With so much to offer, it's no wonder that roses have been cherished by gardeners for centuries. And there you have it, 15 fragrant perennials that will thrive in colder climates and transform your garden into a sensory delight. Remember, gardening is a journey, not a destination. Don't be afraid to experiment with different plants and combinations to create a fragrant haven that is uniquely your own. The most important thing is to enjoy the process and the fruits of your labor. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more gardening tips and tricks. Happy gardening!